Hello, and welcome to episode 5, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because you're about to hear the rest of the episode shortly after this section. Unfortunately, I lost episode 4. My SSD and my video encoding just basically corrupted things. So you're going to see things that are a little bit different in this episode. I will be covering them in episode 6, just a brief description of what's going on around here. You may not notice some of this yet. You're going to see this all created in the episode itself that's about to follow. But just bear in mind, I know it may be a bit disjointed, particularly as I've got these new tools. They were made in episode 4. I will be covering them in episode 6. Sorry about that, and hopefully you enjoy the episode. Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of my Let's Play, FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode series. This has been recorded straight after episode 4, so if you've commented on episode 4, I may not be able to reply to you until maybe episode 6, maybe episode 7. I haven't decided how many I'm going to record in a row just yet. I'm looking up some copper. What do we leave last episode? Well, we left it with the tools, which I've now got... wow, it's night time. Which I've now got upgraded. I didn't quite have enough quartz to fill out this broadsword, but already it's doing 10.5 hearts of damage, which is enough to one-shot skeletons and nearly one-shot zombies, with 2 modifiers remaining. So if I go into the nether, I can upgrade that a couple more times, and we're going to get probably 12 hearts, maybe 13 hearts out of it. Similarly with a cobalt pickaxe, its mine speed is 25.6 at the moment. That's with the stone-bound bonus. Without that, when it's fully repaired itself, it's at 23. Even so, that is enough to basically insta-harvest pretty much anything. So, if we're here and just want to dig across, it's just going to cut through anything, which is fine, until we get a hammer, which is going to be, fairly soon. I'm not going to have enough cobalt and ardite to actually make a really good hammer, but we'll cope. So this episode, we want to get onto probably an assembly table first. Let's build that while we're going. So an assembly table is fairly straightforward for us, or it should be now. Except for the diamond gear. It's Buildcraft silicon. Diamond gear is around a gold gear. Do I have any gold gears already? No, I guess I don't. So I'm going to cook up some gold to start off with. And it takes 4 per gold gear, 4 per gear if I remember rightly. So I think I said that in another episode. Let's cook that up. And the rest, it's going to need obsidian, and probably don't have enough. Yeah, let me go get some more obsidian. And if you are going for obsidian, always remember to take a bucket of water with you so that when you break the obsidian, it turns any lava underneath into obsidian, which is easy. And if you can see the percentage on the top, this pick is breaking obsidian in about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, which is pretty much, it's great. I mean, it's not instant breaking, but it's not very difficult at all. So let's head back. And while we're on the subject of tools, I did put moss on this, and I did mention it in the last episode that you can generate it, or at least I've done it on some packs. We generate it by putting cobblestone next to water and stuff like that. Not in this pack, no need for that. Something simple, and those of you commenting on the last video are probably saying, hey, I said that, but unfortunately I'm actually making this before you said it. Sorry. Mossy stone bricks is enough. 9 of those in a group will get you moss. To get that, you can just use regular stone bricks with... in fact, no, you don't even need those. You can just take stone and a chisel, which is just a stick and a piece of iron. And you can turn stone directly into mossy stone bricks. You can then use those to make moss, like that. And that added to a weapon will auto repair the thing, which is really quite useful. So we got that out of the way. Remember, you're probably going to want, at least I'm going to want at least 10 obsidian, even though the recipe only said 6, mainly because I'm going to need 2 lasers as well, and they also take obsidian. Let me just put that away. And put you away in my rest of my oak drawers. You can go there, you can go here. I can forget about you. Oh, that's... Oh. Grr. I put 4 in there, didn't I? So I want another 5 to get that back out again. Don't want to break it. That's going to pour it into the casting basin again. Keep forgetting about this thing. Let's get rid of it for now. Damn. Anyway, where were we? Yes, lasers. So the lasers use these diamantine air electron tubes and some obsidian and some redstone. Let's get that going. Put one of those away, and I made a few more of these, but I probably don't have the power to deal with a couple more of these yet. Anyway, let's give it a go. So we've got 2 lasers, and we want the assembly table itself. Which is the diamond gear, isn't it? So I need 5 diamonds. That's fine, I should have enough by now. And let's pour you in there and then put it back in. We're going to need a chest. I should have a spare one. Yes, I do. In fact, no, I don't need for that. That's fine. Okay, so thanks for nothing. Block of gold. Let's put 4 back in and waste even more lava. There we go. That shouldn't auto pour. Still in luck with these, by the way. I did find out what these two make, and it's pumpkin seeds, but it keeps making carrots, which is really annoying. They are both fully grown, by the way. These are just new, and these are fully matured 10-10-10 plants. Have you cooked up yet? Yes, you have. Let's grab the wheel, gear. Why would you ever use a gold gear? It's the softest metal in the world. Terrible. There we go. And 4 diamonds. So I think the recipe is something like this. And we got an assembly table. I wonder where can we put it here? I normally have a room specifically for these things, but we don't really have. Oh, I don't have a room for this. I could put them there. Yeah, and let's put the assembly table down. And we want a chest next to it. Hopefully that's in range. Let me just... Oh, we'll see once I've hooked this up. So we're going to have to hook those up to this system. So I need some more cobblestone kinesis pipes. Do I have any of you left? Cobblestone. We have 3. That isn't going to be enough for both of them. But let's see if they hook up, and let's see if they will actually do something. Well, let's get rid of you. And it's one above that, isn't it? Oh, they are. There we go. So I'm probably not have enough at all. One. No, I'm not. Let's make some more. Cobblestone. Oh, I don't need wooden ones. I just want... Let's see. Cobblestone is just glass. I'm hoping you count. I've probably done this before when it doesn't count, but we'll see. No, of course you don't count. Oh well, at least we've got the furnaces that will do it fairly fast. And let's put these in position while that cooks. 3. Now, if you've used these before, and you probably have if you've been a veteran of Minecraft, bear in mind, in this pack, they are very, very slow to do lots of things. It's one of the gating mechanisms used to keep everything from you as long as possible. There are other gating mechanisms like having to go through certain mods, but there are certain things in AE. For example, one component takes 16 real hours to craft. Not these, but these can take still a fair amount of time to actually craft. So yeah, let's get going on it so that we can just run those in the background if we need to. I'm going to explain that this episode. It's bugging me that I don't keep explaining it. So cobblestone transport pipes and some redstone gets us cobblestone kinesis pipes. Now these don't transmit a great amount of power, 80 RF per tick, but then these engines don't really produce much power. In fact, does it say in NEI how much power they produce? Hobbyist. 20 RF per tick. So even with 3 of them going, it's still not the maximum capacity of this pipe. 4 would be. There we go. So that's done. Let's just fill the rest in so we don't have any blank slots. And I probably want to put a third laser there once I get, I could probably make it now, but what we're going to do is turn on our system. And you see we've got cold coke going, so that should produce enough power. There they are, they're building up power. So let's make something. I think the basic component I'm going to need is probably some of these. I think it's just redstone and... Is it redstone? Whoops, let's get rid of you. Redstone and iron, I think. So yeah, iron chipsets. So let's tell it to make those. Okay, that's 2 lasers going. And is it keeping up? It's definitely not keeping up. And they're out of power. Yes. And look how slowly that's going. Anyway, I can leave that running in the background at least. Let me just put another block there for the time being. That's going to use up lots of coal coke, of course, which is why I keep cooking this up and then destroying it. I can't get rid of that creosote oil for the moment. Oh, in fact, that's a good point. Redstone engine. What did it take to make that again? Oh, this is going to be the forestry block. Yeah, the carpenter. And that is bronze. So I have made bronze before, so I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll make that in the background. Yeah, just some iron. Bronze gears. Yeah, it's going to take an absolute ton of bronze. That's okay. I'll go and do that off camera. Come back. Alright, so the machines have mostly caught up. All the hobby engines, they're going at full speed now. The water's keeping up, which should stop them from exploding, I think, so that's good. And they're now on yellow. It would be better if they were on the higher colours, but it's made, or at least it should have made 1 and dropped it into, yeah, there we are. So an iron chipset. And I'll make a redstone chipset as well while I'm going. I should only take 1 of the redstone, I think. So, yes, let's cook down our bronze, hopefully. And we should now have plenty. I did check, you do need power to make the forestry stuff. So, or at least the carpenter block. So we're going to need something like this. 4 gears, steady casing. And then something like this. There we go, the carpenter. And we'll put this here. Again, like the other machines, it's not intelligent. Wow, what's going on up there? Let's go and test out this sword. Come on. There you go. Dead. Yeah, I love getting the Advanced Tinker's Construct tools. Yes, carpenter, that's where I was. So, yeah, like the others, I've not got a recipe in there yet. It does require energy. Yes. Such an engine to start it to allow production. But that should be fine, I think, because I've connected it up with the kinesis pipes. So these should be powering it as well. I was saying, yes, like the others, it's not intelligent. So be aware that you probably want a shut-off switch, just like the others, to make sure that you're not wasting stuff. And also piping stuff into it as well. That's a bit wasteful if you use the Buildcraft stuff, so let's get rid of these and just replace them with stone. There you go. I may make some more lasers. This is going to be too slow, I think, for lots of uses. But no, wow, it really is slow. Okay, so we've got the assembly table going, the carpenters are going now, and we have our engines going. What next? So here's where we need to start getting into IC2. We're going to get into the generator first, I think, which is going to need some of these RE batteries. So I'm at least going to need to get rubber and tin, and we've got some of that, so that's very useful. If I let me just use up most of the tin. Let's see if I've got my... Do I have a forge hammer in here, or is it in the other chest? I can't remember where I put the hammers. Yes. Okay, so we're going to make some of these, and that's only got 16 uses left, so this is going to kill it. So we're going to need some snips, and I'm going to need another forge hammer, I think, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Forge hammer. Which needs more of these treated sticks, which is wonderful. I think I might have some spare of the dust that you need for it, though. There it is, yeah. Thought I'd made extra. I was sick of... I was fully sick of doing this. There we go, 2 treated sticks, and then just some iron. I need 3 more iron. We need to get a bunch more iron because we're going to be making something else very shortly. 2 treated sticks, 5 iron, forge hammer. Okay, so if we take these tin plates again, we're going to make 10 item casings. I probably only want, well, I'll make 8 for now. And then I'm also going to want tins. I'm going to want snips, I think they're called. Let's have a look. On the generator recipe again. Is tin cable, which needs cutters. Okay, similar to snips, but yeah. More Minecrafty, I guess. So let's just make 3 of those, and this is just like the forge hammer in that it's a manual tool with a certain number of uses left. So if we take those and some tin plates, we should be able to get lots of tin cable. We also need rubber. Now, outside here, I've got these rubber trees, and you can just, you know, just axe them down and get rubber out of them that way. But there is a better way, and I think I've made one already, but it's worthwhile doing at least another one. I'm going to need a bit more wood. Thankfully I have the mattock with me, so let's just chop down a bit more wood. And plant it back. So, yes, a bit more wood. We need to make a tree tap, and later on there are electric versions of a lot of these tools, but for the moment we're going to start with the normal one. Looks somewhat like this. You take your tree tap, you head outside to a rubberwood tree, probably why you should get some saplings early on this, and just right click on where you see the rubber. And later on we'll assemble a wall of these things, but a dolly which can move these blocks. I think it's a dolly that moves them. I'm not sure of any other blocks. Yeah, so if you know of any other blocks other than dolly that can move just this one rubber block without removing the rubber spot on it, please let me know. I'm more than interested to hear. And there's another one there, but I've got enough for now. So all you do with this stuff is head to one of your furnaces and throw the rubber, where is it? There it is. The resin into here, and it'll start cooking up into rubber, which I've got some of, I think, over here. Yeah. So we take some of that, combine it with our tin cable, and we get insulated tin cable, which is up to 32 EU per tick. Now, as far as I know, IC2 still doesn't have machines that explode. Or at least that was the way it was in 1.5. I'm going to find out otherwise. I know GregTech does explode, which is a modified version of IC2. an evil version of IC2 almost. So yeah, we'll give that a go. And the last ingredient is this. If it does explode, by the way, I'll soon find out. And all I mention that for is that you get multiple versions of this. You go up to copper and then other kind of high voltage stuff. So we should be able to make, well, that's 2 batteries. What was the generator? Just needed 1, I think, and an iron furnace, and 3 iron plates, which is easy to make. And I will rob one of these. 3 iron plates and generator. Now, here's the important part. IC2. Yes. It tends to break the machines if you break the blocks with a regular pick. So, if I remember rightly, it has a specific wrench that you use for IC2. Which is bronze. Thankfully, I made lots of bronze. Yeah, there we go. Again, there's an electric version of this later as well. This doesn't wear out. The only problem is that this still does have a chance of breaking blocks. What'll happen, I don't know whether it happens to the generator because it's one of the starting blocks, but a lot of the blocks in IC2, if you break them, they'll turn into a machine casing, which is going to pretty much ruin your day. So, yeah, be very careful with that one. So let's just put our generator down, let's say here for now. There we go. And I'll put the furnace back over here. All right, generator. So we also, in fact, I don't want it there. Yeah. So shift right click, please don't break it. Yeah, there we go. I want to put it there. It looks subtly different to those. I am using the Faithful texture pack, by the way, so they're a little bit nicer than the regular Minecraft ones, but it'll look the same in regular Minecraft. Underneath this, I'm going to need, there is a buffer, so if I throw some of this in here, it will start cooking up and creating a power. But I'm going to need some way to store this, and the first tier of that, I think, is called a bat box, if I remember rightly. It's not a box for storing bats, it is a battery. And that means I'm going to need a couple more of those, which is more tin casings. Okay, so did I bring out enough tin? Yeah, there we go. So let's just flatten that. And flatten them again. Whoops, wrong. Yeah, flatten them again. And what was the other thing they need? I think that's it. Yeah, I think I've got everything. So we want a couple more of those. So let's just put this together. And just enough. Almost like I planned it. And I really didn't. That should be it, actually. There we go. Okay, now the other thing to, if I remember rightly with these as well, is you kind of need to rotate the things. You see how it has this spot on one side. I can never remember if that's the input or if that's the output. Yeah. Let's just try. Yeah, you see with a wrench you can rotate it to face whatever direction you want. And I think this one can be broken. Yeah. So I think that's going to face the bottom. So if we put that in place, and if I break you, unfortunately, again, if I shift right click the top, it's going to face down. Let's see if that then works. Yeah, there we go. So that what then we do with that is we need to go underneath. And we can then connect up some insulated tin cable. There we go. So that should then work for some more machines here. That will do for now. And right, so what's the next machine? We needed a metal former and a compressor from Briley. So metal former. Okay. this would be why we needed an electronic circuit. That's copper version. Toolbox is bronze. Basic machine casing is why we need the assembly table. That's why we need those iron chipsets. So I better make a couple of those and switch this across to making them. I've got one, but I'm going to need another one, so let's do that. Coils are just copper. Toolboxes, yes. Let's make this middle section first. It's going to be iron plates. Let's get rid of you. These are just rebar to make concrete. I'll show you that in the new building I'm going to build the next part of the base. Let's get rid of that. So, in fact, let's just turn all of this iron into iron plates. It's going to be needed, and I'm going to need to do the same with some copper. Yeah, let's just... Oh, whoa. Let's just turn you into flat plates. I'm going to need forge hammer again soon. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so toolboxes is bronze. So I'm going to need 10 bronze. I'm going to need to make more bronze. Oh well, I'll come back for that. So that's one basic machine casing. This is going to need the snips again with some of these. The cutters even. Let's just make all of it. And some more rubber from our stash. Ah, that didn't last very long. Oh, it's back over here. Yeah. Copper is the other kind of cabling you can use, by the way. Instead of tin, copper gives you, let's have a look, 128 EU per tick. So a lot of people skip straight from tin to copper. It's up to you entirely. I don't mind either way, personally. So, where do we go? Toolboxes, yeah, I'll have to make that off camera. These I can make. Fortunately, they do take quite a bit of this stuff. There we go, I just want... Well, let me make two, because I'm going to make two machines, aren't I? So, probably going to need those again. Coils are going to be the... Alright, more of those. I probably don't have enough of these as well. No, I don't. I'm going to need to make more copper. Okay, oh, I'm running out of room already. Copper. And let's flatten you. And use the cutters. Where are you? There you are, copper cable. And I'm going to need a couple of actual iron ingots rather than the plates. 3 actually, probably. I'm still one short of copper, really? There we go, and let's cut you into pieces. There we go, and 3 iron. Really? I really should add up before I try and do this. 6, I need, yeah, I need 8, so I just need 1 more. 2 more. Damn it, brain. Function. There we go, and where's our iron gone? There we go. Okay, 3 coils. The toolboxes I will go and make. The bronze for off camera, and then we've got everything else. Okay. And there's bronze done. I've still got some more cooking away, but this should do for now. I'm only going to need 10 plates. I have actually counted this time, thank you. There we got bronze plates, and I'm going to hammer them again to get item casings. And we just need a couple of those. Make 2 toolboxes, and I can't shift click in, can I? So let's just put those in. 3 coils. I made another machine casing because I'm going to need it, and I think I made another circuit I did because I'm going to need it. Metal former. The metal former does what the the manual forge hammer does. So let's put you down. And you'll see it's filling up with power from the back box, which in turn should be getting power from the generator if I actually bother to fill it up with fuel. Generator, I think, should be somewhat intelligent, so I shouldn't need to deal too much with that in future. But in fact, what I'm probably going to do, I have 4 of these. So, okay, so I can't get rid of you. That's just going to annoy me. Let's put you down because they're a higher rating, if you like. Don't strictly speaking need them, but it's often worthwhile doing that. And I'll replace you with some actual stone. If I can find stuff. There we are. Okay, so if I wanted to then use this, I could extrude it into... It replaces both this and... Where's the forge hammer gone? There it is. It replaces both of these. You can change mode between rolling, cutting, and extruding. So you can get pretty much what you want. However, it won't be very fast at the start, so often it is faster to use these. But some recipes do actually use the metal former anyway. If we have a look, I think it's steel we have to put through it for the tool forge to get our hammer. Compressor, need to roll. Okay, rolling mode. Okay, so let's put this into rolling mode. And we need to get some steel. And how much steel was it? Need 4 of these, which is 9 of those. Okay, so I'm going to want at least half a stack. Where's my steel gone? 43. I may as well make this up into 36, is it? We're going to need 4 9s. Yeah. I'll put you in there. As you can see, it's not very fast, but this is the only way to actually get this particular recipe done, so we need the metal former. However, later on we will have overclocker upgrades and other kinds of things we can use in these right-hand side slots so that we can make lots more of these. Onto the compressor. Compressor is really simple. After all that I just went through, the compressor is incredibly simple, which I am very much in favour of. Compressor. Epic squeeze. There we go, and that's powering up. So all I need to do now is wait till all 36 of these are done, put them in the compressor, and I will get out 4 of these things we need for the tool forge. The rest of the things we need for the tool forge are the tool station, which we've already got, and some seared bricks. Do I have any of those spare? I've got 2, I need 3. Do I have any more? I need gravel, sand, and what was the third component for grout? Gravel, sand, and clay. I have a little bit left. We're going to have to go into Botania to get more clay. I think I don't want to go clay hunting anymore. So let's get 4 of you and 4 of you. And combine you, and where are you? There you go. Let's go and put this in one of these. And to get some cold coke. I know I should be using these in blocks, by the way. I did get a comment about that. I just don't have stacks and stacks of it yet. I want to do that in future. In fact, I should be burning more in there, but the power's still being used up. In fact, let's take all of these out now. We can start this one going. There we go. Grout, that's 3 or 4. So this is probably going to be the end, or getting towards the end of our first go at IC2. Just these basic machines. There we go. That's 2 sear bricks. Where's my third one? There it is. I need the tool station and I need these to complete. Okay, let's wait till these are done. And we should be done. 4 dense refined iron plates. Let's grab you back. And we should be able to craft. Let's use this one, actually. This should be called a production block, but there's an issue. Excuse me. There's an issue with the current version of Steve's Workshop with the Infinity pack. It says unnamed block, report to mod author. It allows for upgrades. So if I just take these out for a second. When you first build it, and it's like, in fact, can I even find it by production block? No, because it's unnamed. Unnamed. Yeah, there we are. Unnamed block, report to mod author. It's in Steve's Workshop anyway. And you build it by putting cobblestone and wood around a blank upgrade, which is just some stone. And you place the model, the block down, and it looks somewhat like this. Nothing initially, nothing in transfer apart from the fuel, and nothing in upgrades. And you put upgrades consisting of either furnaces or crafting tables in here. If I haven't mentioned this before, if I have, I've forgotten, sorry. And then you get crafting grids in here. You can then upgrade them with a couple of other upgrades, including extra storage in each, and auto crafting. And they are all, none of these are very hard to make. Just a chest for that one, and a piston and a blank upgrade for that one. Nothing amazing there, but what you can do then is you can use them to make things. So this top one is auto crafting, so it will make chests. If you give it enough materials, it will make them. I'm not interested in making chests at the moment though. And you can also put regular stone furnaces in there, and they'll appear here as an actual furnace block. Kind of useful, and there's more upgrades as we go on. I'll probably tend to use those instead of these crafting grids, but I haven't decided yet, so I'll leave it here. I did want to make the tool forge though, so if we put those in, tool station, and a couple of these, we get the tool forge. Finally, it's taken an entire episode to get here, but now we can actually get the full range of Tinker's Construct tools, including hammers. So I don't have cobalt for this, but I may have enough iron for this. Yeah, maybe I'll have to wait till next episode because I have hit the half an hour mark, but that is a very important thing. It means I can also do the ranged weapons, crossbows, and bows, and there should be a lumber axe in here, so lumber axe and an excavator, all the really good kind of Tinker's Construct stuff. Yeah, so we're going to come back to that one. In the meantime, I think this is pretty good for this episode. We've got Carpenter running, we've got IC2 running now with machines, we've got lasers producing things really, really slowly. But those machines are running, and coke oven is now using blocks of coal into blocks of coal coke, so that's all well and good. So for this episode, feel free to like if you've liked it. Feel free to leave questions if you have any questions about any of this stuff. I'm more than happy to answer those. If you haven't got me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is @greyduster, spelled in the normal way as far as YouTube is concerned, and that's GRAY. Feel free to ask me any questions there, and I'll certainly respond to those in kind. Well, not in kind, because that would give you questions. But I'll certainly answer the questions that you have there if you want to keep up with any updates. I also tend to tweet out when each episode goes out, so if you want notification there, rather than keep checking YouTube, feel free. Yeah, and otherwise, if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes. I like them too. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 6.